Hello. We are continuing the story of Gideon from the book of Judges in the Bible. It's Judges chapter 7, verses 17 through 25. And this is the Greenbrier Valley Church of the Nazarene with your daily devotion. And it is Wednesday, November the 9th. Here's the word of the Lord. Watch me, he told him. Follow my lead. When I get to the edge of the camp, do exactly as I do. When I and all who are with me blow our trumpets, then from all around the camp blow yours and shout for the Lord and for Gideon. Gideon and 100 men with him reached the edge of the camp at the beginning of the middle watch, just after they had changed the guard. They blew the trumpets and broke the jars that were in their hands. The three companies blew the trumpets and smashed the jars. Grasping the torches in their left hands and holding in their right hands the trumpets they would blow, they shouted, "A sword for the Lord and for Gideon." While each man held his position around the camp, all the Midianites ran, crying out as they fled. When the 300 trumpets sound, the Lord caused the men throughout the camp to turn on each other with their swords. The army fled to Beth Shittah, toward Zerah, as far as the border of Abel Meloth near Tabbath. Israelites from Naphtali, Asher, and Manasseh were called out, and they pursued the Midianites. Gideon sent messengers throughout the hill country of Ephraim, saying, "Come down against the Midianites and seize the waters of the Jordan ahead of them as far as Beth Barah." So all the men of Ephraim were called out, and they seized the waters of the Jordan as far as Beth Barah. They also captured two of the Midianite leaders, Oreb and Zeb. They killed Oreb at the rock of Oreb and Zeb at the winepress of Zeb. They pursued the Midianites and brought the heads of Oreb and Zeb to Gideon, who was by the Jordan. And this is the word of the Lord. The article today is titled Armed Without Arms, and it's written by Joe Fultz, and here's what Joe has to say. I learned to play the trumpet in the 5th grade. I didn't play much anymore, but I could still play a tune if I needed to. If I was headed into battle, though, I'd want to be armed with more than a trumpet and a torch. If I had been one of Gideon's 300 soldiers, I would have thought he was out of his mind. Maybe you would too. Apparently, his 300 soldiers were a bit different than me. Gideon tells them to follow his lead, and they do. The result is victory without a single casualty among Gideon's army. That kind of following requires faith. To truly follow a leader, you have to have faith in the leader, that he or she is leading in the right direction and is an example worthy of imitation. Without that kind of faith, a leader can't really lead. In this story, victory came because the army had faith in Gideon, and Gideon had faith in God. Gideon was willing to fight the battle without what anyone else would have considered the proper resources because of his faith in God. Are we willing to do the same? The hymn is Faith is a Victory by John H. Yates. Faith is a victory we know that overcomes the world. And from the book of 1 Peter, chapter 1, verse 8. Though you have not seen him, you love him. And even though you do not see him now, you believe in him and are filled with inexpressible and glorious joy. And this is your daily devotion for Wednesday, November the 9th. Have a blessed day.